For this week's joke, husband and wife have this argument. And the wife calls up her mom and goes, we argue all the time. I can't take it anymore. I'm coming to live with you. And the mom goes, oh no, my darling. We need to punish him. I will come to live with you. Unique. Each of us unique. Having a unique gift to bring. And I was thinking about this, obviously, since I was going to talk about it. And it made me look at my own life and how I really think about how each of us has a unique gift to give. And it is clear to me that what is unique about us, and everybody is, by the way, that is the beauty of the endless possibilities that are the universe and beyond, and then how it comes up in the finite way for each of us. It's how snowflakes get to be unique and of themselves, and how humans, no matter how many billions we get to be fully unique amongst ourselves. Sure, there are tons of painters, there are tons of actors, there are tons of doctors, maybe not tons, could probably use some more, massage therapists, ministers, but each of us is unique in what it is we bring to that. Each of us has within ourselves something that's special about us. The problem a lot of people, I think, run into around this is they think that's what they need to somehow make a living at. Instead of recognizing that whatever they're making a living at, they're going to express through that uniqueness that is them. And that's really the key here, is not to focus, how we interpret our uniqueness and try to then bring it to life in a very specific way limits the possibilities that we can actually have in life. When we try to squeeze what we think is unique about us into this funnel, that it has to be somehow this way to be okay, we actually kill the very thing that was so special about ourselves. And we want to watch out for that. I encourage you to watch out, trying to take what you think is unique about you and squeezing it into something, some tunnel, some little box that you think this is how this uniqueness must express. And so I was thinking about this about myself. And I was thinking how, it is clear to me that we all bring to life that uniqueness, and that we start expressing that uniqueness the moment we come to life. That it's not something we develop over time. We're born with it. We then develop it in different ways, but we're born with what's unique about us. And so I started looking at that about my own life, and I noticed a couple of things. I noticed that I have always been curious. Very, very curious about everything. And through that curiosity, I've been able to see things that maybe those around me haven't. One of my earliest memories, and I'm talking about I must have been so young because I came up to my dad's belt. And I'm standing around with him and a bunch of other men who were trying to figure out why the Polaroid camera wasn't working. And I am standing pretty much below it, looking up, seeing that there's this little piece that's not in right. And they're up there, and they're all arguing over it, and I'm like pulling on my dad's pants, going, hey. And then, of course, they're ignoring me at first. But finally, because another thing that's unique about me is just how loud I can get, finally, they all stop talking and look down, and I go, Dad, what's that? And he turns the camera over, and they all at the same time just go, oh. And so I had an early recognition of one of the things that was unique about me, because my entire life I've been going around seeing things that other people don't see and been able to point that out in ways, because it's very hard to ignore me when I want to get a point across. And so been able to do that. Then the other thing I noticed that I've been doing most of my life is creating stuff. Something you may not know is I wrote my first play at age 6 and got a bunch of friends together and we performed it. It was maybe 3 minutes long, and everybody in the audience was the parents of the kids I grabbed. But it was a success, and we made money. And I've been writing stuff ever since. So I might have and have in my life, so this is what I noticed. Then, as a young adult, decided that must mean I'm going to be a rock and roll star. That must be what this means. I've been creating, I write these songs, I play guitar. This must be how my unique expression is going to come into life. Now, the most interesting thing at the time is I actually was at a crossroads. Some of you may know the name Stephen Halpern, and some of you may not. He was one of the first people in the New Age movement to actually become famous in that movement and make money in that movement. Close on his heels was a few of us who were also out there playing all the same arenas he was. But at that point, back in the 70s, it wasn't considered mainstream, and I allowed a bunch of folks to talk me out of following that route of keeping my songs in a spiritual nature, which really was more natural for me, and went into this world of rock and roll, which was the money-making thing, and got lost there for decades. Drugs. Major drugs, mostly because I was so unhappy all the time. I was very unhappy dealing with other rock and roll musicians. I was even more unhappy dealing with the business of rock and roll and those who were in the business of rock and roll. And yet I was so sure that this was how my unique gift had to express itself. I forced myself down that funnel for over 20 years before it was really life that slammed me and said, stop. And it was in that stopping that I finally got my feet underneath me to where I could start building a life that actually made sense, which led to me being music director at a Center for Spiritual Living, which led to me releasing 3 CDs through that, which led to me traveling around the country, selling lots of CDs, doing lots of great performances, really fun stuff at all these centers around the country, that finally led to somebody saying to me, you know, if you do the talk and the music, we can pay you more. And I thought, okay. And so I started doing the talk at these centers, which then led to a place of me going, you know, I'm actually enjoying doing the ministerial duties that people are starting to let me do on those Sundays more than the music, which led me to get back into classes, which led me all the way to becoming a minister, where I am the happiest I have ever been. But what I could have done is kept forcing myself down that tunnel of rock and roll all the way to my death. And I think I'm not the only one that does that gets an idea in our heads that this is how it should be. This is how my unique gift should express itself. So the first thing I encourage you to do is to stop shooting on yourself. Because I think we do that. I think we do that regularly. And I think in doing that, we give up our joy. I think in doing that, we lose the sense of unique expression that is ours to really have in the world. One of the other things that happened as I was growing up, from my teenage years forward, is my father, my mother, and everybody else in life came to me for advice. They came to me to go, when they had problems. All my friends would come to me all through the years. It never dawned on me to go do something financially with that. That was just something that people did. And yet it was clearly something that has been expressing through me for 40, 50 years. And so this is the kind of thing so I was always, unbeknownst to me, actually doing my unique gift through all the different things I was doing. I only got stuck when I thought it had to express in a very particular way. And so what I am offering you around your unique gift is that you've been doing it. You've been doing it your whole life. You've been doing it all along. And every time you do it, you feel really good about doing it. It only stops feeling good when you try to tunnel it, to fit it into a box. There was a time when I stopped picking up my guitar because I was so upset, it would just make me upset. I had lost my love of the unique gift that was mine. It was only through when I started playing around in Centers for Spiritual Living that I actually regained the love that I had lost. It was only through, as I became a practitioner and a minister, that I regained the love of supporting those around me. When it started coming out in the ways that life had led me to do that. Because I will tell you this, life leads you. Your GPS, your internal GPS is guiding you, nudging you forward all the time. And it's only when you let your rational mind get in the way and go, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound like I could do that. That doesn't sound like that will work. That you get in your own way. And so it's really important for allowing your unique gift to come forward. And I promise you, if you don't know what it is, you do know what it is. You just don't know what it is because you think it needs to make money or it needs to stand out in a particular way, when that's not the way it works. It's simply what you do with joy. Because you are guided. Not everything gives you joy. Not everything do you prefer. It's the old chocolate or vanilla thing, or strawberry, or whatever flavor you like. And then somebody asks you, well, why do you like that flavor? And there is no answer. You simply do. And this works the exact same way. Your unique gift comes forward out of you. It comes forward and explodes and flourishes and flowers in your life through you just doing what gives you joy, what brings you bliss, what after doing it you're going, man, that was really great to do. That was fun. That's your unique gift. Whatever brings you fun. And it doesn't matter if it looks similar to somebody else's gift. I promise you, you are bringing it forth in a way that no one else can. And you were born for a reason, which means that your gift is actually necessary to life. You are here because it's necessary. Otherwise, you'd be dead. So if you're here, you still have giving to do, still have bringing forth that which brings you joy. And there will be those who respond to your joy going, I want some of that. You know, we have found that with our videos here. When we first started making these little videos, we were getting about 77 views a week on our videos. This particular one is already closing in on 500, and it's only its second day up. It's not even close to a week. And all we've been doing is what we have joy in doing around this. Because that's how it works. It's a growing thing. If you continually do what you have joy in doing, you will continually get better at it. As you continually get better at it, life will respond to that and bring you joy. You express it, it comes back by your continuation of developing that which brings you joy. That is your unique gift. Each of us has it. Don't doubt yourselves. I highly encourage you not to doubt yourself, not to doubt that which brings you joy will also bring you flourishing riches. That's how life works. Will it bring you, when I say flourishing riches, does that mean you're going to make millions of dollars out of it? I don't know. I do know that you will have a happier life. I do know that you will be provided for. I do know that there is something that comes out of when we develop that which brings us joy, that brings us a full, flourishing life. What we need to do is trust. I am not going to say to you, you need patience around this, because I don't believe in patience. But I do believe in trust. And I believe at the heart of each of you is a nugget of gold waiting to explode into a lighthouse of gold rush. That we all have that within us, and we all are ready to bring it forth. I love you. All right. This is where we bring forward someone and pray for them. Because we as a group are powerful, and when we pray for somebody, it makes an impact and a difference. So who here would like to be prayed on today? Come on, somebody. Laura, come on up. So tell us what you would like us to pray for. Turn around, tell everybody.
I would like to have my health back, actually.
Okay.
To not be in pain.
Health is good.
Okay.
All right, we need 8 to 10 people up here, placing hands on her. How many we got here? 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay, come on up, Howard. All right, everybody take a deep breath, close your eyes, and relax. And as always, we start within our own hearts, feeling that healing light within ourselves, feeling that sense of strength, vitality, wholeness. And then it emanates out to where we feel that wholeness through our entire body. Emanating out even further to where it touches all those in this room. Because when we come together in this light and love, we exponentially create a powerful healing force. And now we let that energy concentrate on Laura. See every cell of her body as healthy, whole, vital, complete. Imagine her with the energy of the universe washing over her, through her, and as her. Knowing her health is a divine right. our health as a divine right. And I am so grateful for the powerful, creative, spiritual beings who are in this room today, knowing the truth and wholeness for Laura. As we release this, knowing it to be so, and all say together, and so it is. And that's what's possible when we come together as a community. To heal each other, lift each other up, be there, inspire each other. That is the beauty of community. And I am so grateful to be here as a part with you guys. All right. Take out what you're going to give. Hold it in your hand. Unfold it. Uncrease it. Whether it's $1, $5, $20, $100, $1,000, $1 million, deeds of property, diamond mines, whatever you want to hand over, we'll take it. Because it goes into the law and circulates and multiplies abundantly for all of us as we serve this world as a place of peace, a beacon of light, a tower of strength, and a fountain of wisdom. Hold it in your hand, knowing that this is power. This is God that you are sending out and returns to you as we say our affirmation together. God is the source of all supply. Money is God in action. What we give, we receive multiplied abundantly. All that God is, I am, and so it is.